Hey there, it's Allie. Welcome to another Colors of Hope Crafts ASMR. Tonight we are going to do an unboxing of the April Paradise Fiber's fiber subscription box. I'm excited to do that. And one of my new subscribers said that they really liked watching me knit while I talked. So after we do the unboxing, I'll knit and talk a little bit with you. And I know I mentioned this last night, but thank you so much for subscribing. And I've gotten a number of new subscribers. There's about 10 new subscribers in the last 2 weeks or so, and that makes me really excited and motivated to keep making these videos for you guys. Leia, I've got my four-legged assistant in here with me tonight as well, so please excuse me if I get distracted by her. But I know you guys like her, so, or some of you have said that you liked her, so. Oh, I don't mind having her in here with me while I make these videos. By the way, I did finally take the plunge and create a Patreon account. So it's just a matter of figuring out the tiers and what I would be willing and able to do for you guys. But I've got a lot of ideas as including extra content besides what I put on YouTube. You like that tapping sound? Hello. Leia's sniffing the box. She has to make sure that it's real wool. Leia. Say hi to your adoring fans. This is Leia, for those of you who haven't met her. We're 99% sure she's a beagle mix, although we're not sure what else she's mixed with. But we do know she's 100% cute. We've had some guesses. One person guessed pure beagle. Several people have guessed that she's Jack Russell. Got Jack Russell in her, and at least one person guessed that she was part hound. So leave your guesses in the comments, and I do respond to your comments. Okay, Leah, get off so I can continue with the video. Leah, off. Thanks. She's perplexed by the tapping noise. But I know lots of people like tapping in ASMR. So even though I'm a fiber artist, I try to incorporate ASMR sounds into my videos for you guys. So we've got this box nice and tight. Oh, that's why it's nice and tight. I'm opening it the wrong way. Whoa, Leah. Okay, so oh, this should be fun. So for those of you who don't know, Paradise Fiber's subscription box always gives at least 5 or 6 ounces of fiber, and then it comes with a lot of with a few other little gifts in there. So just from reading over it, I'm excited to see what all is what all everything looks like. Alright, so it says there's 4 ounces of rambulette wool top in a blue satin bag, 2 ounces of Angora wool top in a pink satin bag, 1 handmade fabric flower progress keeper pen, 1 550-yard spool of plying thread, which should be fun because a couple of weeks ago I started learning how to do auto spinning, or auto wrapping, excuse me, and it looked interesting. In fact, I can show you how it turned out. So this is how it turned out. Not bad for like my second try. Alright, and then it has one Fortnum and Mason Queen Anne tea bag, a bright and smooth blend of Assam and Ceylon tea. Leia, come here. Leia, leave it. Leia. Leia, leave it. So one thing I'm thinking I will have as part of the Patreon thing is for one of the tiers, I will do unedited or edited videos for you guys if you're interested in that. Alright, there's also one glossy encasement of opalescent faux pearl beads, and one flower bead threader. That should be fun. Okay, so this is gonna be the applying thread. Is that what they called it? Yeah, applying thread. Awesome, awesome blossom. Leia, put that down, please. Oh, and it does have beads. They're very pretty. And they make nice sounds to you tingle heads. I gotta say, it's interesting trying to make videos for people who are already really into fiber art, but not into ASMR, and then people who are really into ASMR but not necessarily into fiber art. So it's trying to balance the two, because I don't know a whole lot of people who are into both. Hello, Leia. I'm going to take your leash off because that's what's knocking things over. Cool. So this is going to be the 4 ounces of Rambulets. And normally I love bright colored roving, but I'm actually glad that that they sent some neutral color, because it means that I have even more fiber to try dyeing with. And I really like spinning with Rambulets. So I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I like spinning with Rambulet. And ooh, this is going to be Angora. And it is so soft. Like, so soft you can barely feel it. Now, here's the thing. I'm really getting allergic to rabbits, so we'll have to see how this goes. Hopefully, hey, because it's been washed and prepped, it won't be that big of a deal for me. And doesn't seem to be anything else in there. So yeah, that's the April box for our Paradise Fibers. And now we'll start on knitting some more of that shawl. Now, if I was happy that some of the sounds from the knitting came up on the previous video, you're gonna probably want to turn the volume up pretty high to catch them. Leah, what is that? Leah, drop it. Let me sit. Leah, drop. I think she got it. Hopefully it wasn't anything too bad. Leah? You're getting into mischief, honey. So yeah, you're gonna want to try to turn the volume up a little bit to catch the knitting sounds. I'll try to emphasize them as much as I can, but tell me, does anybody ever notice that their dogs get into mischief? Or their kitties, or whatever creatures you have. Leia? She just found a bottle of water to chew on. It's fine. So, except it's making noises that I don't think you'll like. There you go. Drop it. Play with your rope toy, Leia. That won't make noise. Unless, of course, you make it squeak. So, I want to talk to you a little bit about the unprecedented event we are living through right now. And I want to know how you guys are doing. And I want to share a little bit of my experience with you so far. Because it's definitely very different from what I'm used to. And from what I hear, it's different from what anyone's ever experienced. And I've talked to my mom about it, and I've talked to my grandma about it, and they've both said they've never experienced anything like this before. And my grandma, bless her heart, was born almost 3 years to the day prior to, I guess not quite 3 years to the day, but she was born in September of 26, and the stock market crashed in October of 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 uh, of 29. So, if you think about it, my grandma has been through some difficult parts of our history. She was the same age when on D-Day as I was on 9/11, and I'm aging myself horribly. Hopefully I don't look my age. But then my mom and my grandma don't look their age either. So, for her to say that she's never been through anything like what we're experiencing now, that's a big thing. And I definitely worry about her being in her assisted living facility where she doesn't have access to the outside world. No visitors can go in or out. So if my mom wants to visit her, they have to visit from 6 feet away. And my mom has to be outside. And my grandma has to be on her porch or she has to be inside her door. I don't know quite how they do it. I do try to call my grandma almost every few days, because I hate that she has to be alone. But she says she loves hearing from me and loves hearing from other people. So even if we just talk for a few minutes, it seems to really make her happy. I would imagine that that vlogs like this are someday going to be used as a part of history classes in college. And they'll be asking themselves, what was life like during pandemic of 2020. Hey, how did they get through it? How did they manage to communicate with each other? Why did they wear t-shirts that said "Free Sister Hugs" on them? That's for another video. But in a nutshell, I made it for Pride. I did. And Leia's hiding under my desk now. So how have you guys been feeling? I mean, with everything that's going on. How have you been adjusting? I was talking to a friend of mine earlier. She is she's a family practitioner, and I've known her since the first day of college. And she's been checking in on me periodically. Bless her heart. Because she knows that I am struggling with being alone, or being separated from other people. I mean, I do have my husband, but spending time with him is a little bit different from socializing with the rest of the world. Anyway, I had mentioned to her that sometimes I feel like I'm grieving. And she said that's perfectly normal, and that a lot of people seem to be grieving in normal life. Which is good to know in some ways, because it makes me know that it's not super weird or stupid that I've been experiencing feelings like that. But it also got me thinking, what parts of normal life do we want back? And do we really want all of normal life back? Or just parts of it back? Like my colleagues at Michael's, they're they're working really hard to make sure that teachers and families have activities to do with kids who are out of school, and who are trying to do online learning. And so if you happen to see someone who works at Michael's, hug them from a distance and thank them. I wanted to stay on, but I also didn't want to get my husband sick. So I hope that after this, teachers are more appreciated, and grocery store workers are more appreciated, and basically all the people who have kept this country running and who are, putting their health at risk, like everyone from the grocery store workers to the doctors and first responders, If any of you guys are watching this, know that I appreciate you. Sorry, it's late. I always do these videos late so that I can upload them during the night. Sorry, allergies. Plus, I'm emotional thinking about everything. I'm really liking how this is turning out. I've got about maybe 6 or 7 more inches of the rainbow yarn to go, and then I'll do this much of the purple, and then I'll cast off. I hope you've enjoyed this video. People have told me that they like the fact that I make it raw and unedited. Do not let it be said that I don't do what people like. So if there's more of what you want to, if there's more that you want to see on here, please let me know. I'm going to do one more row, and then say goodnight. Leah's all curled up by the door. She's cute. I think this pandemic has gotten her nervous too. Or at least a little stir crazy. Because the dog park got closed, and she's a really fast runner, and she likes to play with other dogs. Not sure who was more heartbroken that they closed the dog park, me or the dog. Because she definitely behaves differently when she gets to run on a regular basis. So if anyone wants to loan out their backyard, or maybe let me rent their backyard, because we are currently renting our apartment, or rather our townhouse, and so we don't have a fenced yard for her to run around in. And since she's a beagle, she tends to follow her nose. Fortunately, she usually comes when she's called, but I don't want her to get loose in the backyard and pick up a scent and be 2 towns over by the time she realized she lost track of the scent. Fun fact, if you do this long enough, you can do it without, you can knit without even looking at it. See, I'm staring at you, and I'm knitting my shawl. Pretty cool, huh? Oh, good. It looks the way it's supposed to. All right, I'm coming close to the end of this row, and close to the end of this video. But I want to say thank you for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you like it, please hit subscribe. And if you see a first responder or a grocery store worker or a nurse or someone working in a restaurant, thank them. Alright, you all have a great night or a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Stay healthy.